The Nintendo Switch 2 price has leaked at a few different retailers at a few different price ranges. Also, we got leaked Switch 2 specs to check out and it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. Last, I found a better clip of how the Switch 2 Joy-Con attach and detach to the console as a little bonus at the end of the video, so make sure you watch and see. I'm Tankenway. I hope y'all are doing great. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoy everything Nintendo or just gaming in general. With that said, let's get to the reason you clicked on the video in the first place. First up, let's take a look at the leaked Switch 2 pricing over here on comicbook.com. The article says that the Nintendo Switch 2 price may have been leaked by two retailers, Best Buy and a Dutch company called Coolblue. The article continues to say, according to the Best Buy listing, the Switch 2 will be the same price as the OLED Switch, which was $350, and it came out 4 years after the original. Now, the original non-OLED launched in 2017 at $300, so it was just $50 difference after 4 years for a better screen and better battery life. Selling the Switch 2 for the same price as the OLED isn't as crazy as you might think. Let me explain. This is my opinion. I think they will sell it for $350, $400 most, and take a loss on the console sales in hopes it sells millions of Switch 2s, which turn into NSO subscribers, software, and games sold. I'm leaning more into the $400 side though. The more consoles out there, the more people you can sell games, subs, or accessories to. It makes sense in the short term to lose and long term to gain. You're filthy rich. Here's a quick look at Nintendo's history on console prices to compare. I'll put it up on the screen for y'all. It also shows inflation adjusted prices. Thank you, Polygon, for that chart. As always, I'll leave the links to all the articles and everything that's in the video down in the description. No, I won't leave a link for your latest game. Anyways, now back to the comic book article. Other than Best Buy, a Dutch company called Coolblue says the Switch 2 will be $500. And it lined up with the special Nick leak on Twitter that said it would be $450 to $500 and $500 for the Mario Kart bundle. $500 would be kind of pricey considering the Switch 2 won't be nowhere near the power level of something like the PS5 Digital, which was launched at $400 at launch. I know power isn't everything when it comes to the console. It's about how good the games are in the end. Nintendo has been a champion at showing that example for years with the Switch 1. Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, Tears of the Kingdom. Okay, and Donkey Kong Returns for the third time in HD. Speaking of specs, I'm going to talk about that later in the video. The Switch 2 seems like it's going to be easier for Nintendo devs in the future making games. But considering how much manufacturing costs are going up along with everything else in life, I don't think it's impossible for it to be $450 to $500. Let's be real though, no matter what Nintendo puts as the official price, people will still go all ape shit on release day and buy it anyway day one. Apparently Sensor Kong is here now. Shouldn't you be busy playing a new game in HD? Anyways, before I was rudely interrupted by Donkey Kong, I was going to talk about the Switch 2 specs leak. Let's take a quick look here at this comparison chart of the Switch 1 and 2. I'm not much of a specs guy, so I'll let y'all see for yourselves. The Switch 2 is reported to be similar to the Steam Deck as far as specs though, which is pretty good for a handheld, and it's reported to have a massive performance boost across the board compared to the Switch 1. If this is true, I think it'll be good enough for Nintendo to pump out even more bangers for us. Like I said earlier, the games they made on Switch 1 on those outdated specs was amazing. Nintendo always pushes for new and creative mechanics in games, and I think with a more powerful console, it will unlock so much more potential in the devs to do so much more. Nintendo devs are very unique and a gem in the gaming community. But for now, we have to wait and see what they can do with that power if it's true. Now remember, every leak is just a leak until confirmed officially by Nintendo, so feel free to believe what you want. Last here is an attach-detach animation of the Switch 2 Joy-Con and what it looks like when they clip onto the console. It looks like the Switch 2 Joy-Con just clip on and you hit a button on the back to take them off the system. I prefer this to the old rail system, it looks much easier. One thing that bothers me though, the left inside of the Switch is blue and the right inside is orange, and the Joy-Con colors match each side, right? So what happens when you buy a different Joy-Con color variation that comes out and the colors won't match the insides of the console? I'm just f***ing with you. Donkey Kong is a little salty because he didn't get a new 3D game. He got a remaster for the 50th time and is already discounted on Woot.com. He needs them bananas for the Switch 2, that's why he's been censoring me. I'm Tankenway. Subscribe and... It's not their fault everyone already owned your latest game 3 times and didn't buy it again. Who cares if you look better in Mario Kart 9? I gotta go. I'll see y'all in the next one.
Okay!